Celsius Podcast episode 42. We're into it.
And guess what? The temperature is
It's premium subscription.
65.
It's premium subscription.
You don't pay for premium weather news?
I got
this is
two
crazy.
Guess
phones,
what, guys?
one for
Guess
the low
what
and
the
one for the
temperature is
hose.
here.
In New York?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it 65? Because it was same temperature last week.
It's 66.
Oh my god, it's the same temperature.
All right.
Fahrenheit 66.
Wow.
Yeah, what an iconic American novel.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question, Aiden. Actually, do you still have that? Do you still have that?
He's laying down a beat. Come on, or you gotta wrap it.
Do you still have the Fahrenheit 456 book? What was it? Book?
The
that
graphic
Becky-
novel.
I do have the graphic novel still.
Actually, you know what
Have you
book I
read
have?
it?
He's gonna pull out the Communist Manifesto.
No, it's even better.
He's gonna pick out the
Catch them dry.
spoons.
Oh my god,
Yeah, all
literally.
the 20 of the spoons.
The boy. I don't know if it's mirrored. The boys in the boat.
No, okay. I was at
Was that,
school, and Nicola came up to me and was like, "Guys, I need to pick out a book to read for my English class. It
Nicola,
needs
I
to
have
be
a
a
book
biography.
No.
It needs to be like a
Really
biography
quickly?
or something."
Let me wrote. This is the first quote of the book. It is a great art. It's a great art, is rowing. It's the finest art there is. It's a sympathy of motion. And when you're rowing well, why it's nearing perfection, and when you're near perfection, you're touching the divine. It touches the you of yous,
My mic,
which is your soul. That's George Yeoman Pocock.
Bro, Nicola just is starting to read poetry on the podcast. Like,
Okay.
I mean, remember
okay.
when you
crazy.
Here's
read
the second
the
quote.
view
Let me
from
get a
halfway
second quote.
down?
Let me get a second quote.
the,
In a sport like this, hard work, not much glory, but still popular in every century. Well, there must be some beauty which ordinary men can't see, but extraordinary men do. George Yeoman Pocock.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's about the freshman class of University of Washington rowing team, and how they went to the Olympics, and this was like 1936.
Wait, so they were high
Olympics
school
in
freshmen?
Berlin. No, University of Washington.
So high school.
And they went to
Wow, that's
and
really.
then they went to the Berlin Olympics in 1936 and won, even though Hitler kind of rigged it against
that
them.
one.
Guys, Netflix just sent me a Chrome update saying One Piece is now on Netflix.
Oh, I actually want to talk about
I heard about
that.
that.
One?
So I watched like the first part. I watched the first 10 minutes of it because the episodes are an hour long each.
That's a
which was
Netflix
crazy to
moment
me.
if I've ever.
I'm like,
How
what,
long
you-
is? How long
I
is
think
the
One
regular
Piece is
show?
30 minutes.
How long is the regular show?
Regular show?
One
Forever.
Piece.
That-
Um,
Forever.
Wow.
Great.
it's not recommending me the good One Piece. It's literally all the One Piece films where they don't have the show. Okay,
No.
screw it.
One Piece.
But the
The
One Piece live
is
action
real.
seems to be like the first like
I keep getting ads for
good
it. So
live action anime
Really?
adaptation from Netflix.
the ads do not look good to me.
No, but like
Really?
critically,
I heard that
people are
too.
saying it's good.
I saw IGN rate it lower than they rated
Bro,
Cowboy
IGN
Bebop.
gave Starfield a 7 out of 10. I no longer trust their reviews.
Do you
I've
ever
never
trust
trusted their
IGN?
reviews.
Yeah, it is crazy because IGN, they will literally give any game a 6 through a 10. And
Yeah.
there's nothing else. So they just wasted 5 numbers of the number belt.
Of the number belt?
Yeah, it's like the
What?
alphabet with her numbers.
But why is it belt?
Because it loops around.
Just call it a number belt.
Okay, but guys, I think we need to get
Talkers.
into what we have been
Watching.
Watching
I have
watching and dreaming.
I have not
was
watched
gonna
like
say-
that much stuff, so I will go first because I've basically watched 2 things.
Guys,
So
you're
you
actually
should-
wrong.
Number
I
one,
meant to say what we're reading, but I
shut the
guess we
fuck up. So
I can talk
watched
about that.
the first 3 episodes of Ahsoka. So far,
Ahsoka, let's go.
I fucking love it. It is such a good show, and it is not letting down. And I said this, like, if we can play like the clip of me saying this from some past episode.
Season 2, it honestly could have ended in season 1.
Yeah. Or really season 2.
Season 1, and I mean they're gonna continue it because it's Disney, and Disney needs more money.
They're ending with a movie.
Yeah, but yeah, Disney always needs more money, and
I love
it
giving
keeps
them money,
going. This season is just
unironically.
mostly filler, and the reason
really
it just feels so weird because like some of the plot lines just don't add up, and stuff. I think this is because the main writer for season 1 is gone. He just left. He's now working on a show, Ahsoka. And Ahsoka,
Did he work on season 2?
yeah, he worked on most of season 2.
Okay.
And he worked on season 1. And like he's the main writer. That's why it was really good with him. But then he left and now he's working on Ahsoka. So now there's the secondary writers and they just don't, I guess they just don't have to, they're just not as good or they just don't have the same vision as him.
I said that the last season of Mandalorian sucked because the writer of the first like 1.5 seasons moved to work on Ahsoka Tano, which is why I said Ahsoka Tano was going to be good, and now Ahsoka Tano is good. So I feel justified.
They should just let that
It's
one
getting
guy make
interesting.
every single TV show then.
Yeah, and it's getting like interesting as well. So I really like the show. Second
Awesome.
thing I watched the first 2 episodes of Adventure Time.
No,
shit
I am
fucking
not letting
sucks.
Nicola pass me on an Adventure Time watch.
How many
through.
episodes have you watched?
I'm on it,
Just
like,
so I can know what the
16.
aim. 16 in season 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, season 1's kind of.
You're almost done with season 1. There's
Okay.
like 8 episodes.
I am now very being pushed because I will not let
Season
Nicola
1
pass
is
me on this.
actually ass though.
I
Season 1 is kind
know,
of
bro. It is
I
so hard to
know.
watch. And I
It's
watched
very hard to watch.
and I watched like I just like watched like I don't know like a trailer. I got a trailer for Fionna and Cake. It looks good. Like the animation is so much better and all that.
Or I'll talk about Fiona and Cake for the half of the episode today.
Nice.
No.
Well, that's what I've
Okay.
been watching.
Okay.
That's very cool, Nicola. Anything else? No? No,
Nope,
Nicola,
that's
can
it.
you actually give us like a review for the 3rd episode? Because you gave us like more of an
A third
in-depth-
episode of Ahsoka Tano, you mean? Okay.
Yeah. Just Ahsoka,
Let
I
me
guess.
start by Ahsoka. 1 second. Let me open it up.
For while he's doing that,
Yeah,
Ahsoka. So I have
I'm
not
gonna have
seen
it
it, but I'm
open
gonna
up in,
give
like,
my
5
take on
seconds.
it.
I'll have it in like 5 seconds. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Oh, but Beck
Beck?
has his own
Okay,
take.
I have
on
it.
it.
Hates
I have it.
Ahsoka.
So
Let me tell
in
you
this
something.
episode is really fun. It involves them finally going after the ships, and it's a lot of space battle. There's a really cool scene in space. Once you see it, you will definitely know it. And it was just overall really cool. And I like how the characters are developing, and I like the writing. Something I've gotten really into as of recently is like the writing of shows. And now I'm like I feel like I can notice when writing is good versus like when writing is bad. And so far the writing feels like actually good.
I feel like you can just tell by being like feel.
No, because like some writing sounds organic and some writing sounds shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like so far it sounds organic and stuff like that. And none of the characters are like outside of their normal types of stuff. They like all seem like how they usually are, and I think it's good.
So wait, who
good.
are we following in this show?
Who the fuck do you think,
I need to
Ari?
answer that?
Kill yourself.
Do you think I need to answer that, or
Yeah,
are you
'cause
just? I think you have
I don't
retarded
know.
syndrome.
I haven't watched Rebels, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh my
Hurry.
god. You
It's
What is
not
the
Rebels.
show called? Okay, I
Ahsoka,
will
but
say
like other
it's a
than this,
reasonable. It is a reasonable thing to say, considering there was that one Boba Fett episode where it was about Ahsoka and Luke rather than
yeah.
Boba Fett at all.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. But also, like,
I know it's Ahsoka, but other than Ahsoka, is it like the? I
It's
know
it's
the two
Hera,
the two
Chopper.
Inquisitors. You have the 2 Inquisitors, right?
Something
And-
smells like it's burning. 1 second.
Okay, so while Nicola
Guys,
go
Nicola will be
investigate the
back
gas
from
leak.
saving his house.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's Ahsoka. Beck, you have any thoughts on Ahsoka? Because you said you had thoughts.
So let me tell you something. So she uses 2 lightsabers, but she uses
Yeah,
it in
they're
a
white.
weird grip. And I
Okay.
What do you
actually
mean?
like she holds it weird, like like kind of like if I'm to like hold it like this, she holds it like this,
Underhand, like
Underhand.
Roy from Smash Brothers.
and it's
It was
cool.
just the neighbors.
The
So
neighbors are burning.
that's my thought on the episode. It's
Was that she
really,
holds her lightsabers in a cool way?
yeah.
That's just how
Well,
she normally holds
I
them.
know,
She's
but it's
not.
cool.
Yeah, Ahsoka Tano is just an awesome
But
character.
it's also cool.
I don't know. I watched like a little bit of the first episode. She felt a little flat, like not that interesting. The other characters seemed more interesting than her.
That's just because you don't know her character.
I don't know. I've only seen like a few episodes of.
That
Clone
is
Wars.
one of the weird things. Is like, Nicola, I'm gonna ask you: are they building this more for people who know who Ahsoka is?
Yeah,
Or,
I
like-
think this is definitely something like you kind of have to know who the characters are.
They aren't like explaining like everything that happened in Clone Wars.
No, not really,
I
no.
would think this is a more trying
No,
to
this is
introduce
100%.
people
No,
to,
you need to like you kind of have to know these people if you wanna.
It's a very risky move.
Yeah. It's because
Well,
it's,
no, because Rebels and Clone Wars are like actual good things that you should watch
Yeah,
if you
but,
like
like,
Star Wars.
My math teacher.
No buts. No buts.
No, my math
no
teacher
buts.
has
No
You're
watched
not saying but, he's saying
Mandalorian.
my.
My math teacher has watched Mandalorian. I do not think my math teacher is going to sit down and watch 7 seasons of Clone Wars.
Well, that's just a skill issue.
So,
Well, Beck, maybe they already
know what
have.
that
You
is.
should ask.
Oh, it's
It's
Celsius.
a Celsius podcast TV.
oh yeah,
Oh,
3D
you should paint
printed.
it. You should paint
So,
I don't have paint.
anyway,
it.
but
Use your blood.
do you think there's
Okay.
any possibility of like, what would be the worst case scenario for Ahsoka to go down the show?
we already know she's dead though, so it's hard.
But we don't know. She's what's
No,
what do you
she
mean
literally
there's
like in
dead?
Rise of Skywalker, she was in like the dead voiceover thing.
Was she?
No,
I remember hearing that she was.
Just like,
no.
I'm Ahsoka, I'm dead.
You're
Ray,
wrong.
rise up.
Okay, look it up.
Rise
Look
up,
it up.
Ray.
Look it up,
I
Nicola.
mean, me.
I feel like I heard that.
Although you
Okay.
could easily retcon that and just say it was some
Oh,
other
something
Jedi.
else I watched.
Yeah.
This last Friday was last Wednesday was Junior Movie Night, and they did Top Gun. The
Oh yeah,
first
I
one.
got I got a
never
post for
seen
that.
it.
Was it original or sequel?
The original one,
Mm.
and I was pointing out all of the inaccuracies.
That sounds like
what
Nicola would do.
So, Beck, move on to what you've been watching.
Okay, so I have watched one thing and I played one thing, and I'll
Let's
just
go.
include that because I don't have a lot to talk about. So
Okay.
last week I talked about how I was playing through Undertale. I beat
Yeah.
Undertale, true pacifist ending.
Should have done Genocide. Genocide's more fun.
I want to do a genocide just because like the challenge of it.
Yeah.
I also
But
wanna
also
do a
the
genocide
overwhelming
to
guilt I would
certain,
probably
fat
feel.
people.
The overwhelming guilt I would probably feel to be called out on
Why?
that by the game is stopping me
Why?
from doing it.
It's
Yeah,
just
that
a
makes sense.
game.
Yeah, no, but if
It's
they
just
call you out
this
on it,
weak
mindset, you're
Yeah.
okay
Have you
with what
heard of
happened,
Ninja?
losing the imperfection of a craft.
Yes,
Yeah.
But, Beck,
correct.
Yeah.
they got really mad at you when you killed that person
They
last time, right?
did. Cause it's hard because you don't know how to beat some of these bosses without someone telling you how to do it. Like, sometimes you can just like, oh, I'm just gonna continue to walk forward like I normally would in the video game. But no, it's like, no, you have to go do this to actually get the true ending. I'm like, it's hard. If I was doing a blind playthrough with no one helping me, I would not know what I would need to do to actually get everything right.
Mhm.
I don't know. Sounds kind of like a skill issue.
Oh, it
But-
very much is.
But what have you been watching exactly?
No,
Oh no.
that's not done.
Oh
So-
no, you're not
Okay.
done.
I played
Oh,
another.
Beck, you're not done.
I played
I always
another
finish
game
really
called
early.
Deltarune, and I don't know if you noticed this when I said it, but it's actually an anagram of Undertale.
That's insane.
It's
I
crazy,
had no clue.
and
of
in
knowing
my
that if I
opinion,
hadn't.
it's a lot better.
It's a lot better. That's what I'm saying. I told you, Beck. I said when you started playing, I said Deltarune's way better.
Yeah, so for me, I had already like heard what happened in Undertale, like 90% of it. So it was
Mhm.
hard to like do a playthrough. because I just knew everything that was happening. It wasn't that fun. But Deltarune, I knew nothing about.
Yeah,
And it was
I was in
fun.
the same boat. So watching him, it was really interesting.
Yeah, the combat system's a lot better where you actually like the mechanic of like you have to get closer to the bullets and you get like a special ability boost. That's a cool mechanic. I really like that risk reward. The characters, I don't know, I thought I connected with a lot more. They're able to go to a lot more unique
because they're
environments.
Well, because here's the thing: they're actually of our demographic of high school of
Yeah.
students.
And also it
Also,
sets
one of them's a gamer,
yeah.
just like us.
Oh, Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah.
Nicola, were you at the part when he said that he needed a cool gamer girl to kiss him on the lips? Were you there?
I don't think I was there. No,
I think that was right after the part where you
that might have been the part where I fell asleep. Remember?
Hey, Beck.
And
You
then
know
they
what's
set
on
up a lot of good mysteries and twists that really like actually get me engaged in what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The music is fire. They got the Mr. Beast song in there.
I don't have the Mr. Beast song in there.
Or you know the Mr.
Mr.
Beast?
B. I do not know the Mr. Beast.
It's okay. It's the one that Aiden used in his Feastables review.
Intro,
It
yeah.
is, I did use the song in my Feastables review.
Yeah.
Back, you know what Lek Binds is an anagram for?
What?
It's not an anagram at all. I mean,
It's for
guess
Beck
it is technically.
I guess technically it is an anagram.
Technically, it's
but,
like
the weakest anagram you could ever come up with.
Yeah.
Blocky.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I can't wait for the next chapters.
Oh yeah, me too.
And then what I've been watching is My Hero Academia. And Nicola.
Yeah.
You guys all called it cringe, but Nicola's the only one who's actually watched it.
Yeah.
So Nicola, did you got to the big All Might versus All for One fight?
Yeah.
And did you go after that to the test arc or no?
I don't think so. I don't think that was even out.
I think I'm past for Nicola.
Because I don't think that was even out when I finished
You're
watching.
a hero, Beck.
Okay. What?
Why do you look like that? You look like a fucking dumbass, alright?
Okay, so
that's how you normally look like.
I can give my thoughts on what end of season 2 and season 3.
Wait, Beck. My question is, why?
What are you watching it on? By the way, Beck, what are you watching it on? Oh, that's the one thing I don't have. Great.
Rip.
It's probably on Crunchyroll.
Hey, Beck,
Yeah.
did you lose your Hulu subscription yet?
It is on Crunchyroll, but
No,
also,
not yet. So when it does, I'm just gonna I don't know, watch it on Crunchyroll, which will be more annoying.
Yeah, Crunchyroll is really only good if you pay for premium.
Yeah.
And because I don't watch anime, because that's for people that don't get bitches, I
oh my god, my friend, like for some reason, he shared his anime doc with me. I showed him Death Note like a year and a half ago, and that was the first anime he's ever watched. He has watched 62 animes since then.
That's really funny.
It is.
I am a weeb in like a minute.
It's crazy, dude. And like some of them are like the most obscure anime I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Like what?
One of them was like I got reincarnated with a second class, and now I've become the most powerful mage in the land.
Oh, those ones are just like the ones that are like borderline hentai.
Yeah.
Some of them just have insanely long names and are just
those are
yeah.
What Nicholas?
So I don't know which ones of them are hentai and which ones are not, but there were 62 on there.
Beck, question: does he want to go to Japan now?
I don't know. I'm visiting him like tomorrow, so I'll ask him.
So is what you okay? I know. Give a thought about My Hero Academia. Though,
okay, so season 2 is okay. The main arc you have. I feel like I talked about the tournament arc. You have this main arc where it's like this killer of the superheroes is loose, and the heroes have to go take him out. And I don't know. I thought that arc was decent. I mean, it's like this classic pure evil bad guy. You need to kill him. But
I love those.
Yeah. And then you have the one Nicola ended on, where it's like kind of like the big final battle of the
The
mentor
real
character.
bad guy.
So you have like this big mentor character who's like the best superhero in the world, and then the final arc is just him like fighting this ultimate bad guy and finally like capturing him. And that
Did
one
he
was
capture him?
he did, which
That's crazy.
I thought like
Damn.
the main villain would just like I don't know kill him and get away, but
He must
no,
have had to use his whole might for that. All of it, even.
He literally did though. Like I
he
think it's
did,
if
and
I
then
remember
now he's like
correctly,
now he's in
it
like that.
takes off. It literally takes off like 40%. It takes off like 40 years off of his lifespan.
Wow.
It is
Really?
he look yeah like you know how you described as looking like a crackhead. Now he just looks like that all the time.
No, yeah, because he
Oh.
could at least like control so that sometimes he could make himself look big.
Yeah,
But now he literally
but now
cannot
he
even
just like
look
is
big
literally
anymore.
a crackhead the
Now
entire
he's
time.
just an
That's
actual
very
crackhead.
sad.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was like the final battle was good. They had like a lot of emotions. I was watching it.
And you're
while
crying?
sitting at a. I was sitting at a GOTS, so no, I was not crying.
He's defeating the evil bad guy whose motivation is only being evil.
Beck, it's very bold of you to watch anime in public like that.
It
I know.
was, but like, okay, the problem was, I wanted to
I
watch.
get nervous watching like YouTube, like just like gaming videos.
Yeah,
what you're doing
no.
is like a step above that.
Yeah, I was like so scared, but the thing was, there was supposed to be an evacuation drill happening that time, but I ditched it.
Yeah.
So literally, everyone was just there, and I was just sitting in a GOTS on my phone. So
Mhm.
that was
That is
fine.
such a Beck Lions moment.
But like,
That's a
I don't
scene
know.
Beck on.
During my preps, I'd just lay in the field, and I'd like put the jackets over my head to hide my
Back to the
screen
fields,
and watch
boy.
it. Yeah,
Beck, you are a hero.
I am.
You're a hero academia.
Wow.
So-
Back to the fields, boy.
I mean, the show,
What the
I definitely
fuck?
feel like I'm gonna finish it, just because like
And you know who always finishes really early?
I think it's Nicola.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it. Even though there
How
are a
long
lot
is
of
it exactly?
6
How long is it?
seasons, like 25 a season, so
Okay.
like 125.
Wow.
I think I'm definitely gonna finish it, but there are definitely like I don't know some aspects that are annoying. But
Yeah,
like
no.
that's like a lot of animes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good enough that I'm gonna finish it,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
mean-
something to watch.
Awesome.
But you won't finish Adventure Time.
I am
That's crazy.
trying.
How do you deal with the
Okay.
blue bones?
So like literally like
Are you playing Undertale?
I'm playing Sans Fight.
Oh.
The blue
I think
ones, you
that's-
don't move.
you don't move.
Yeah, but I can't jump
Pretend-
in time.
Pretend they're blue stop signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't stop in time. That's the issue.
So,
Just stop
but
moving.
Beck, will you ever finish?
Yeah, but then I hit the small
Will you
white
ever-
bones. You know,
I
it's
am-
attack.
I am trying. Okay. It
Beck,
is.
I keep saying this. Trust me. Season 1
I am.
is it's short and it's really hard to get through. I understand.
Yeah.
But there are some good episodes. Like, have you seen Rainy Day Daydream yet?
No.
Okay, that's the one where they're stuck inside because of a knife storm. That
li-
episode's really good.
There's a robot.
I love a good
in this
episode where
one
people
to
are
make
stuck in a house
pie.
because of
Oh,
storm.
yo, Nepter the goat. Love
I'm
Nepter.
like halfway through it right now, so.
Never-ending pie-throwing robot. He's awesome.
Wow.
But yeah, I will try to finish it, and I will definitely try to beat Nicola since now there is a competition in it.
Oh, there
You
is.
probably will. I'm not planning on continuing it anytime soon.
Great. Now I.
Well, neither is Beck. So
Yep. I
Like,
gotta.
what if I just rewatch it again?
That
before
would-
you can even watch it.
that
that'd be
would hurt a
insane.
lot.
That would be
That
really
would-
funny. I think I should do
Beck,
that.
I think if that happens, we're gonna castrate you. No, that honestly.
No, do not
What?
say that.
Don't do that.
Why would you say that?
But is that
Fuck.
all you've been watching? Anything else?
Let me see my list.
Because I got a
Why is
little
the Sans
story.
Fight like actually hard?
got a
No,
little
that's
story.
all I gotta watch.
Okay, so
Alright.
I got a little story, guys. On Saturday, the day after our last podcast, I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I want to visit my college town. So I said, I'm going to go to the theater and watch a movie.
Oh, sorry. I
Except-
thought you meant like a play theater. Like you were like, I'm gonna go out on the town on a Saturday night. I'm gonna go to the theater.
No, I'm going to the
Fucking
cinema.
theater kid.
And I was
Okay.
like, but there aren't a lot of good movies right now.
Oh no,
So
I felt this. My friends were like, let's go to a movie on Sunday. I'm like, bro, what movie? It's like the worst
Gran
movies ever in
Turismo.
theaters right now.
okay,
Gran
they have
Turismo.
After like 4 peak movies just came out,
Yeah.
there's like no more.
Maybe that's why our standards are too high.
The next one
and
is like
now
FNAF.
there's like Strays, which I'm not watching fucking
Okay.
Strays.
Not watching Mushroom Dog.
And so I went to the theater with a few other people. Like, I was just like, you want to go to the theater? So we went to the theater. There isn't a lot of options. So, you know what? You know what I said? I say, fuck it. I'm going to watch Gran Turismo.
No,
Yes, that's
I need a
actually-
review.
Gran
I need
So-
a review of Gran
I've
Turismo.
honestly heard good things about it from car people.
Okay.
What? Car,
funny.
oh, car people. Sorry, I thought. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
So we go to this theater that like in a mall. This mall is fucking empty, guys. It's such a fucking empty mall. I go to the theater. I pay the ticket. We go to the theater, and guys, there is not a single soul in the entire fucking theater.
That is so funny.
There's not a single
Oh.
person at this theater. It's just us, and then so essentially we pick any seat we want to. We just sit down, and then it's like a lot of ads, and then we finally see the movie.
Was there an ad for Gran Turismo before Gran Turismo?
No, Gran Turismo. The title, guys, for fully it's Gran Turismo based on a true story.
Why
I
did they
know.
add that? Why would they add this?
It wasn't always like that, which is the funniest part.
It's crazy.
And guys, I'm gonna be honest. On basic watch, it's a really just basic ass movie. There's nothing
That's
what
why.
I'm
That's
sure
what I
I would
assumed it to
imagine.
be.
It's a gamer that becomes a racer. What do you expect?
He's racist? That's
He's
just how all
racist?
gamers are.
But the
That's
thing
just
is,
all
if-
gamers.
so as it's based off like a true story, and so you know what actually happens in the movie, and this was some
He
controversy. So-
dies.
no, he does
Oh.
accidentally kill a person in the stands.
Oh yeah, I heard there was a big controversy around that.
It
like
was a
the-
big controversy because essentially they're using like a real life event of someone dying for a motivational arc in the movie. Because after the death in the movie happens, he doesn't want to be a racer anymore. But his like coach, who's David Harbour from Stranger Things, he's like, I wanna, okay, you can do this. And he tells him about one time when he killed a person when he used to be a racer and he stopped to be a racer. And he says, don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you, bro.
Yeah.
And so it was controversy that they used a real life event in the movie, especially since that event happened like years after the guy became a racer.
Mm.
Oh, so it was not even like chronologically.
No.
That's bro. That okay. Changing around the time that much, you should still not be able to call it a true story. That's crazy.
The only thing I know about the guy the movie is based on is that in an actual race, he did a thing where he rode up against the wall and
Wait, it was
and
that
won.
guy?
Yeah,
No,
where
no,
he
no, no,
said-
no,
where he
no,
said
no,
he
no.
learned it from Gran Turismo. I'm pretty sure it's that
No,
guy.
no. It has to be a different guy.
I'm pretty sure it's that guy.
If that is the most badass move I've ever seen in like any sport.
Okay.
Uri, have you
but
seen
also-
that?
Hurry, did they do that in the movie?
I don't recall. I don't think so.
Where they ride up against the wall?
You basically just drive against the wall and you let the curve turn you.
Yeah. And you
Oh,
can just accelerate as much as you want because the wall will
maybe
just
because
take you
there
all
was
the
a
way.
bunch there like because he was like at the winning thing. It's like the most hardest. That was like the final thing in the movie. It was like a winning
Yeah.
thing, and in his mind there was like you could see like a curve moving, and he did like sort of like a curve to go beyond the other person, and that might have been it. But I don't remember.
further beyond. No,
Okay,
that's
guys,
it.
you want to be insane by how many times in this movie, like a bunch of people are like, "Hey, you're a video game guy. You can't be a real
You're a
racer.
gamer.
You're a gamer. You can't be a racer, huh?
You
boy.
Digital Flight Simulator. You can't be a real pilot.
I'm already racist. How am I supposed to be a bad at racing?
And you know how they say sim player in the movie? They're like,
Sim player?
You're a sim player. You're a sim
That's like
player.
me. That's like
Bro.
me.
It's
And
so
then
true.
he's like, haha, you can't hit reset if you crash in real life.
That was in the
Haha."
trailer also.
Okay, but basically, it's other than that, it's just kind of like a really kind of basic movie, like about a guy. You know, it does the average things. You know, he gets a love interest. not very interesting.
Yeah, the
There's,
love
like, a
interest seems like a weird thing. Like it doesn't
was
seem like the
weird.
guy needs a love interest for this story.
No, they just added like a love interest that made no sense in the movie.
I'm
It
gonna
was
lock in really quickly. 1 second. I'm on the spinny bones.
How is that doing like commercially?
Commercially, I don't think it did well. As I can tell, there's nobody in my fucking theater.
Yeah. Box
Well, I know it
office.
might have just been a weird time of day.
It made worldwide total 59 million. I don't know
That's
what its
like-
budget was. Its budget was 59. Oh no, its budget was $60 million. And it's
so
made
close.
well, like
So
if you have to
not
consider
very
like
good.
marketing and all that, so like it needs to
That's
make
not
like
very good.
150 to break even, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
You
then,
need
yeah,
like two
pay
and
the
a half
actors
a
and
budget
stuff
to
like that.
break even, is what they say.
Yeah, no, it was like it's just kind of like a really kind of basic movie. Like he has some trials and tribulations. The biggest trial, he accidentally killed a person, and so
Yeah.
That's just a skill issue.
yeah,
A
no,
little bit.
honestly. And you know what? The real guy played the stunt double in the movie.
They plastered that all over
makes
promotions.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense. I think.
Like I like when I did Spider-Verse 3 times, and I did Barbenheimer, and I did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had a Gran Turismo ad before every single one of those movies.
yeah.
So
makes
I
sense.
know
So,
so
yeah.
much about this movie.
And you can just get what happens in the movie from the trailer. I think it's like you know,
Yeah. And there's
it's
like
like
that
not that-
one mean guy that's like, this is
Yeah.
racing for you. You want to go back to your game?
This sounds like the most obvious movie.
it's
Yeah.
so fucking obvious.
Like it sounds
And-
like it was a gamer, and then he wanted to race, and then he does race, and he's good at it, and
Okay.
then he's defeated and says, "I'm not good at this," and then he is good at it, and he wins.
Yeah, my thing is like this guy keeps saying he wanted to be a racer since a child. Then why don't you just become a racer? Why are you fucking playing Gran Turismo? Just become a racer.
Mm.
Why
No,
are
but
you
he
trained to
has,
become
no,
a
no,
racer?
he has to work his job at the railroads.
Does he do that?
No,
He
I saw.
doesn't.
No,
He has,
no,
like,
he
a
works
job
at the.
in, like he has a job in retail. That's his job in the beginning of
No,
the
no,
movie.
he works at. No, I swear to God, I saw in the
Bro,
trailer.
okay,
He's
the
at a
only thing
rail
I
yard or
thought-
something. He
No,
is at a
he's in the
rail yard.
No, okay. I'll tell you the story behind that. So his brother gets like drunk and he drives his brother like home, but then some police come after him, but they
For
manage to
what
escape
reason?
because like I don't know. I think they got into. I think
They know he's a
Think-
racist.
the two cars are like fighting against each other or something, or like
Mhm.
something like that. Anyway, but he escapes the police. But then he comes home to the dad, and the car is a bit crashed. So the dad makes him work in like a rail yard, but then he's all like, but then he works in it for like 5 seconds. But then he has to go because he gets like a message from like the guy who's creating the Gran Turismo event, and he says, "I gotta go to be like this." Like his first trial when when they're picking like the first round of people to be part of this like Gran Turismo camp,
Yeah.
and so that's the only part he's in the rail yard. He has like
Yeah.
a retail job or something. It's
Great.
It's a really basic movie. But then one time I was like in our dining hall and I
Wait,
talked to a guy
was there
and
a
said,
post-credit scene?
there was not a post credit scene. Gran
Oh.
Turismo 2, the Gran Turismoing.
So true.
Yeah.
And
This
I talked to a
time,
guy and the guy said
it's-
he like fucking loved it. And I was like, what
What?
the fuck? I met a
Wait,
guy who
you
said,
wrote.
I was in the
That's
dining hall and I was like, I talked to a guy and he like loved the movie.
Oh,
I
Was
mean,
he-
I suppose if you're a racing fan or a Gran Turismo fan, you're gonna like it
Okay.
more than Uri, who likes neither really.
Okay, like it's kind of like, bro, I'm a big fan of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if I saw like a plane movie, big fan. Like, what references
I
to
feel like this is
Gran
a personal
Turismo are you gonna
attack.
get?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
that
this is
it?
a personal attack, Beck.
Well, I already made a personal attack earlier.
Anyway,
Yeah.
That is true.
That's my Gran Turismo review. Basic. If you like Gran Turismo or racing, watch it.
Oh my god, I finally did.
Maybe if you like David Harbour from Stranger Things, I don't know. The main guy is an okay actor. He brings some fine emotion. It's like he's okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a good scene where he's crying with his dad. And it's like his dad didn't support him being a racer, then he did.
Oh, that sounds even more generic.
It is. Okay, let's see, what else did I watch other than the 2 episodes? I think
That
that
we
I
talk
think
about
I
weekly.
think just to say preface, I think they're my my favorite episodes so
Do you want
far.
to do them now, maybe?
Yeah, let's do them now. So
All right.
I loved these 2 episodes of Futurama and
It wa-
Harley Quinn.
I liked the Harley Quinn one. It was good. I think one of the better ones of the season.
Yeah.
Futurama, by far the best of the season.
So
There's
good. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, based on the episode description, I thought it was going to be a good episode, and then it ended up being really good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's recap. I'll do Harley Quinn.
Okay,
So-
I'll do Futurama.
So finally in this episode, you remember we got a Bane episode. Finally we got some Bane.
Very cool. I like Bane because he's been pretty absent in Italy the whole time, trying
Yeah.
to fix the pasta maker.
Yeah, so essentially we get an episode where Bane goes to Italy because he's in love with Nora Ice Queen's Mr. Freeze's wife. And what, because Mr. Freeze is dead in this show. And so but
Yeah.
Nora really doesn't give a fuck about him. He doesn't really realize that. And
'Cause
so
he's Bane.
Yeah, he's Bane, and he goes to Italy to fix her pasta maker. But he goes to some old woman who teaches him how to make pasta, and then she she hits him over the when she figures out that he's gonna leave. He's like, "You can't leave," and he kind of like this huge. It's really funny because it's like a huge guy being kind of like abused by like a little old woman, and that's like the joke. And so, but then he calls like Clay, because she says like, "Oh, you're famous, semi-famous." So he calls like Clayface to get her tickets for the show, and that's like funny. What's weird is we haven't seen Clayface at all, which is annoying. You know?
Well, since episode 1.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
I think it's,
Sucks. I don't like not having Clayface and Shark, like King Shark and like the main crew.
I feel like you need those for like comic relief, and
Well,
like
here's-
Yeah.
because it's not like about them anymore. That's why I like the earlier seasons when it was like a team effort, go save the world kind of thing. But now it's like a Ivy's girl
Ivy.
bossing and Harvey. Ivy's girl
Harvey
bossing
Dent.
and Harley
Harvey
is
Weinstein.
part
No,
of the Bat
um,
family now. So
No, but I'm gonna be really surprising to say that I think this might be my favorite episode of the season, and it's really sad because Harley and Ivy are not in this episode
not
at all.
in the episode.
that's sad.
It
But
is sad.
It has good King Shark. It has good Bane.
Yeah,
Nora is like a character that is in the
Nora's
show
okay.
that I don't
She's
really
fine.
know if I like her as a character.
Yeah, but essentially, what happened at the end of last
Her
episode?
whole character is she wants to fuck people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened at the end of last episode? Harley and Ivy come back from the future to present time, and it's all Snyderversey. They even make a joke. It's like, "What? Who turned up the Snyder in here?" It's all like dark and like stuff like that. It's like so it's kind of fucked up. And then this episode, we see how it happens. So essentially,
Wait,
um,
hold on. I'm thinking about that joke now. The Snyder joke.
yeah.
The fuck does that mean in the context of a DC universe?
Well, they're meta, so you
It's
know.
a meta joke that does not.
Yeah, I know, but like also, but you think about it for a second. Now I'm confused.
Well, I just mean the overly dark and kind of.
Well, I
Brain,
I
yeah.
understand that,
Yeah.
but then like how? Do the
I-
Snyderverse films exist in this universe?
I know James Gunn exists in this universe, so
That's true, but also that came out before he was.
CEO
yeah.
or
But he made
whatever.
Suicide Squad by that point, I think.
That is true, I think.
Anyway, and so we figure out what happened. So Lex Luthor wants to like fix the Earth with an ozone like fixer, like an Earth ray to shoot it. But when he shoots it, the beam is like 10 centimeters short or something. And so he wants to increase
Just like me.
he wants to increase the ozone layer, so he tries to get like a volcano lady to expose some more volcanoes to increase the ozone like a little bit. And so but then Nora doesn't let him have the volcano lady. There's like a volcano villain or something. And so they all get trapped in the Legion of Doom headquarters, and they're trying to like escape there, but Lex is planning to blow it up unless he gets the volcano villain. And so we follow them as King Shark, what's his guy? Captain Cold, is that his name?
Yeah, the Flash villain.
I'm actually
Um,
surprised. Captain Cold was kind of funny this episode, you know?
I don't know why they're leaning more into like other DC villains rather
they
than just
killed
sticking
all
with
the Batman ones.
yeah, because they killed all the good Batman ones, and they're not about to pull Kite Man or like
Yeah.
Condiment King out. No, because they've already used Condiment
Yeah.
King.
They
They don't
have,
even use the Rogues Gallery anymore. They've already used them.
Yeah.
They use
there
them for a
is-
lot of one-off jokes, and now they actually
Yeah.
need characters.
Yeah. And so we're seeing that as like they're kind of like a band and trying to escape it. But eventually he explodes the Legion of Doom, I think. Yeah. He explodes it.
No. They explode it.
Oh yeah,
using
they exploded, right.
using like hairspray and
Yeah.
explosive food like
and that,
Oreos.
and that increases the ozone. So he uses his Earth Ray. But then, and that's what makes kind of everything very Snyderverse and like dark and like because he blocked the sun, and so everything's like
Because he was
like-
repairing the ozone, but he repaired it too much. But his whole plan was like to fuck with Superman.
because now that the sun is blocked, Superman can't have his powers,
That's
Yeah.
which
funny.
is actually kind of smart, you know. But also,
it is
fuck,
smart on his part, but also the fact that Lex Luthor is like one of the main characters is also kind of annoying
yeah, it's like, do we really
Because-
need this much focus on Lex Luthor?
on like a Superman villain when there's like another Superman show going on.
Oh yeah, did
Is
you-
he? Is he in
did
that
it
show?
end?
He's not in that show, and it did end this week. I was wrong. There are 10 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so we see that, and that's kind of cool. I think I have some. Okay, I'll just talk. I really like the Bane stuff. I think Bane's probably a top 5 character of this show for me.
Yeah.
He's like really good. I like maybe it's like I don't know, Kite Man. That's a
Kite Man's
G.
number 1.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. There's like I like Bane. King Shark is pretty cool.
King Shark. I think maybe Harley.
Maybe yeah.
I think Harley's good though.
Oh, I like Damian Wayne. You know, he's funny.
Well, yeah.
And so, but I feel like the show kind of is like losing grasp in some way. It's like, okay, first we're gonna follow this thread of like Harley killing like what, Nightwing or something, and then
yeah,
they
the
have,
Nightwing death,
and then they're focusing on this like end game for this season of like the Lex Luthor planet being fucked. But then they have like a Joker sideline, which is not really making sense. My theory is that maybe they're gonna use the Joker, Harley, and thing to all kind of tie up into one thing. But it's like I feel like they're pulling in a bunch of different areas that aren't quite working, while
Mhm.
having some B stories that might work sometimes. But I feel like I feel like this season really can't like mesh as well. I don't know, Aiden or other Nicola. What do you think?
well, they didn't watch it.
I'm just,
No.
but what are your like thoughts about like a show and like other multiple non kind of like meshing, you know?
Yeah. I agree with that. Whatever Uri said.
Wow,
So
Beck.
true. I'll talk about Futurama now.
But yeah, I just
Good.
overall, I don't know, Aiden. I think this season's, I don't know, it's just if it's meshing well.
Yeah, I
get it,
agree. I
'cause-
agree.
Because there's the Harley going insane, there's the Joker being evil, there's Lex's whole thing, there's Ivy's whole thing, there's like King Shark baby side plot, there's like the Bat family side plot, there's like the Alfred side plot. There's a bunch of stuff that's kind of just going on that they kind of reference to a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And so I don't know if it's working well. I don't know what's the outline for the rest of the show, you know?
I don't know how it's gonna end this season.
Yeah. But
Although we
overall,
still got a lot of episodes.
it's still a good show, I think. Like
Mhm.
overall.
Definitely.
But I think the 2 episodes I like this was my favorite episode of the season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have Harley or Ivy in it. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but
Okay.
Futurama, delectable episode.
So this
Delectable.
episode of Futurama, it's Christmas, and you know what that means? Robot Santa is coming to town, and he's gonna kill everyone. So they prepare and set it up, and then Farnsworth says, "Good news, everyone! I figured out why Santa's evil." And then it's actually because his naughty nice little switch thing is flipped the wrong way, and it's on naughty. So he's like,
Oh, that's an old episode.
No. And he's like, I put a reverse mode on my time machine from the late Philip J. Fry.
For reference, Beck, the late Philip J. Fry was an iconic episode of the Comedy Central era of Futurama,
Mhm.
where the thing is that they could only
I know that
it's
episode. I
a time
watched
machi-
it.
a time machine that can only go forward in time.
That is
not
just
back.
the movie Click from Adam Sandler.
What?
He can reverse. He has a reverse button
No,
on
he
his remote.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. It can only go forward.
And you know, on the remote they can do other things. Like he can change how things
Yeah.
are on the remote. This is a time machine that can only go forward in time. And so
yeah,
essentially
no. He can only go forward in time and click.
I don't think that's true.
Have you
I
guys
don't think
watched
that's
this
true.
film?
I think
seen
we're
it in
gonna
a
have to.
while.
No,
Hey,
he
hey,
gets
I
like
think
stuck in
we're
the
gonna have to
future
agree to
because he
disagree.
can't go back.
Well, anyway,
I think
in
we're
the,
gonna
in the
have to
late
agree
Philip
to
J. Fry,
disagree.
they have to keep going through the time to find a backwards traveling time machine. They don't end up finding it. Fry and Leela's thing gets resolved and it's very happy and bittersweet. And then the universe ends, but then they figure out that you could just go around again.
Yeah,
And so they
everything's
go around
repeat.
twice because they missed it the first time.
That is crazy.
No, because I
And-
tried to do something, but then he fell on the remote, so
Yeah.
it kept going.
And then we got the iconic line, "Don't just slow it down a little bit. I'll shoot Hitler out the window."
Yeah.
I shot Eleanor Roosevelt by mistake.
It's such a
That's
good
funny.
fucking line. It's so funny.
Anyway, in the new episode, I Know What You Did Last Xmas, they bring
Next
the time machine back-
Xmas.
next Xmas, but they bring the time machine back and it can go backwards. So
And
Farnsworth
this time it
takes
can only go backwards.
No, it can go forwards too. So they take it back, and Farnsworth turns his little dial so it goes back to nice. And then he's like, everyone, Santa's not evil anymore. And they're like, woohoo. And then they all have a Christmas together. They all go to their families, and we get nice little montages of them with their families.
Oh, yeah, this is
making
really funny.
turduckens, and it's very nice.
They couldn't
Turduckens
go-
is like a big joke. Like every family has like a version of their turducken. I think the mutant turducken was the best one because that was
The
really
mutant
fun.
I liked the 3D printed turducken. That one was funny.
Yeah. So Beck, do you know what turducken is?
It's a turkey stuffed inside a duck stuffed inside a chicken, or other way around. It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
duck
right,
inside
right.
a chicken inside a turkey.
So true.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No, because if you think about it, a duck is small,
Well-
so you can fit in the chicken.
Well, it would be
easier.
the chicken. It would be the
Yeah.
chicken first, and then the duck, and then the
Duck, and then
turkey, because
turkey.
it's turducken. It's like the way it sounds.
No, but you go by size. So turkey is the biggest animal. So turkey's the biggest, then the next smallest is chicken, and then the next smallest is duck. So you start
so true.
and then you go reverse order. So the duck goes in the chicken, and the chicken goes in the turkey.
So true.
Yeah.
But also not so true. Anyways, Bender and Zoidberg
Clip
don't
it.
have families,
That's
so they have to hang out together.
Wait,
That's
I
so
wanna
relatable.
pause right there.
Yep.
I am kind of sad that we don't get
This is-
Zoidberg girlfriend.
Yeah. See that because once they started doing that, I was like, oh, so Bender's gonna be by himself, and I guess Zoidberg. But Zoidberg has a girlfriend he can go hang out with. But they don't mention it at all. Like it isn't like she's off doing something else. It's that
No,
she
she's
just-
dead. Remember how they
exist.
mate? After they mate, they die.
Well,
Wrong.
yeah,
It's a
Zoidberg
human
died.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh.
But you know who like
I don't think
voices
I
her?
watched that far.
Beck,
British
Amelia
lady.
Clark voices his girlfriend. That she plays like Daenerys. They're not getting Daenerys, back. I think. I don't think they're bringing this character back for like the new version. So I think they're not going to mention her again.
Wait, you
Yeah,
said
probably
bad.
not.
Am I supposed to
Yeah.
know
So
this?
true.
I didn't mean to say
Anyway.
to you, Beck.
Okay, good, because I had no idea what you were talking about.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Zoidberg and Bender are hanging out, and they're like, "Wow,
Yeah,
no one's hanging out with us. This sucks." And they become friends.
and they
And
get
so they're like-
drunk.
They get drunk off of garbage, and they're like, "What if we went back in time and took Santa?" And then they go back in time and take Santa, and then they accidentally kill him.
Ooh.
So
So
relatable.
then the next part of the episode is Bender and Zoidberg try to hide a dead body. And it doesn't work, but it's really funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I
It's
think so.
hijinks.
Hijinks do ensue.
That
If they
is-
were to ensue, they do ensue.
That's how
It's
you
like,
know it's a
like
good
the comedy
story.
of hiding a dead body. Like that episode of Breaking Bad when they're hiding the dead bodies of like the RV. It's like that, but more funny. It's like
And
who
you
doesn't
don't have
want
a
to hide
corpse
it?
to fall through the floor of a building, right?
No, it's
But
through
they
the
do try to
bathtub.
grind it up. But Zoidberg actually puts his
Dude.
hand through the grinder, and so he actually grinds himself.
That's just a Zoidberg
I'd love
moment.
to grind Zoidberg. Anyways,
That's so
Then-
relatable.
all of the other people are like, "Wow, Zoidberg and and Bender must be alone tonight. We should go all hang out with him. And then they all hang out with him, and Santa's dead. And they're like, damn, what are we going to do? Santa's dead. How are we going to hide it from them? And then all of a
Bender
sudden,
becomes
Santa shows
Santa.
up. No, that's a different episode. Then
Different
Santa
episode.
shows up, and they're like, what? Santa? How is he real? And then.
Wait, human
Farnsworth says,
Santa?
no, robot
What?
Santa.
Oh, okay.
And then Farnsworth is like, bad news, everyone. I actually made him evil. And they're like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then Bender and Zoidberg come through the time machine and kidnap Santa. They actually went to the next Christmas rather than before Christmas.
You get
And
it?
that's the plot twist of the episode.
So it's a time loop. They killed Santa in
Yeah.
the future, so Santa's still kind of dead, though.
He is
Isn't
technically
that a
still dead.
bootstrap, actually?
Huh?
A
What's that?
bootstrap paradox.
But you know what would be
That's not a bootstrap at
the
all.
what is
'cause-
bootstrap?
Bootstrap is you go back in time and you do something, but then the thing that you did originated from that point in which you did it.
Oh, the predestination paradox. That's what the professor did with Secret Santa, but I don't think what they did was that. I think that was what the professor did.
No, he didn't do bootstrap either.
But didn't he like made him evil originally, and then
Yeah, but that's not a bootstrap.
okay,
I'll just
Like
go
a
ask my
bootstrap-
humanities teacher to
Yeah,
explain
bootstrap
this.
would be like if I went back in time and told myself something, and then I came to the future and I only know that information because I told myself, and then I went back in time, tell myself that the information didn't come
Oh,
from anywhere.
okay,
It just only exists in this time loop.
yeah.
That's what a bootstrap
I think the only other time they use maybe time travel would be was it the first Futurama movie?
Yeah.
And Philip J. Fry.
That one's a little bootstrappy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Fucking poor
True.
people.
Okay.
And so, but continue. But yeah.
No, that's pretty much it. It was.
But
it was a
what
good
about
episode.
what about the twist of who's blackmailing Bender?
Oh yeah, someone was blackmailing
Who's
Bender the whole
black?
episode, and it was Santa, the corpse. the whole
Santa's
time.
black?
But guess what
Um,
he was blackmailing him about? I know you did next Xmas. You
He
became
was friends with Zoidberg.
that was the blackmailing
Oh.
then. Because nobody
Which
wants to be friends with Zoidberg.
I thought that was dumb though.
Santa's
that
black?
revelation
That was
dumb.
not that fun. But overall, what I liked about this episode, it kind of felt like our first classic episode of this new season.
Mhm.
They used a really interesting way that they combined two previous plots, of Secret Santa and the time travel. And I feel like it
Yeah.
finally so they're reinvigorating it with sort of a classic energy. I feel like it's the first episode. I say, oh, that's that episode of that season. Well, the rest have been okay, pretty interesting plots, but some they're not really went there in the writing. But the thing about this was it didn't kind of overcomplicate itself with going to a new place. It's just a classic simple adventure you could say in one statement, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I feel I don't know, I'm excited for the next 4 episodes. How the next episode is the COVID episode. So
Oh,
Yippee.
yeah.
so
That's all good. Are they
I
going
don't-
back in time to 2020?
No, I think
No.
it's COVID in the
I think that-
future, I think.
It
yeah,
just came back.
Probably
It'll
just gonna
be
be like
such a rip.
COVID 2
Blovid.
COVID
Yeah.
COVID
20.
2 made by Apple.
instead of COVID-19. It'll be COVID
Yeah,
20
and so
30 23.
but yeah. You know what was really nice? What was your favorite moment of the Futurama episode?
On the what? Sorry.
Of the Futurama episode, what was your favorite moment?
Favorite moment. Probably
really-
when
Yeah.
I think when they did the bender and then Zoidberg stopped saying "do the bender" and started saying "do the blember, do the blember, do the blember." You know,
That's sick.
it
Yeah.
was funny.
Yeah.
That's
right.
funny as hell.
You should watch some Futurama.
Yeah.
So true.
Cool.
Or do you
Okay.
have any other things that you watched?
I have not. Let's get to
Okay.
Fiona and Cake or something.
I
Or-
watched
No,
two things. I have
two
two things
things.
that I watched though.
Wait, it should wait, okay.
Huh?
Hopefully one of the two things is the one I hope you watched.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. So I found this really interesting YouTube channel.
Celsius
Which I'm gonna-
Productions.
Celsius
Beck
Produ- okay,
Lions. Did
it
you
is
watch?
co-
I scanned my friends into a Minecraft or something. I don't know.
What?
Iconic
Yeah,
Beck
no.
Lions video.
Ignore him.
No, I watched this YouTube channel. It's called Jetlag the Game.
Ooh.
And
It
it's
sounds
like-
like not a YouTube channel.
No, it's a YouTube channel. Anyway, so so the premise is they have like these different seasons and they do these different games. So the first one that they did was Connect 4 but with the US states.
What the?
So you'd have to connect
does that
4
mean?
US, like, so you know the map of the US?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to connect 4 in a row in like a straight line. Like
Mm.
horizontally or
states?
vertically. Yeah,
That's
so
easy
they,
as hell.
Is it?
no,
oh,
but
that,
they were racing each other.
To like
Yeah,
that's
name
easy.
them?
Huh?
To like name them, or how do you claim a state?
You have to do a challenge.
Okay, okay.
They had some challenge cards.
Because if it was literally just like write it down first, that would have been so easy.
No, they had to go to the state. They had to fly to the state,
Oh,
do
you
a
have to
challenge.
actually physically go
They
to
had
it.
to
Yeah.
actually go to it, and they had a budget, and so they had to work on a budget and like do challenges to gain money.
I mean, technically,
That
do
sounds
you
like
have to
so
fly
much
or can you
work.
drive? Because you
It
could
was-
literally get
yeah.
like Maine to New York super easily and get four states right
they
there.
didn't do the East Coast.
Oh,
How
yeah, 'cause that
many-
would be
how
too
many-
easy.
how many views did this video get?
The first video of the 3, 1.4 million.
wow, that is low for how much money it would have taken to do that.
Yeah. And then the second season was they raced to circumnavigate the globe. So they started in Denver, Colorado, and went all the way around the globe, and they raced to that as well.
Mm.
And they did similar things where they had to do challenges to make budget. Like they started with like $1,000, and they had to continuously make money.
Sounds
Yeah.
conceptual. Very interesting.
And then there was playing like a 72-hour game of tag across Europe.
Cool.
Was the
Hey,
third
but one
one.
of them has like a location tracker, right?
For the Europe one.
Okay, yeah, because of course, like you can't. If I just hop on a train and the guy's never gonna find me.
Yeah. But they also, if you're the runner, you also had a budget, so you would have to do challenges.
Oh,
They are very balanced, and once you get to like the end game, it's kind of like, okay, so they're in this quadrant, so, and he has like 30 minutes to get from here to here, from like here to Paris, and once he's in Paris, he's like 3 miles out of that boundary, and within his boundary, he just has to make sure that they get on the wrong train to follow him.
okay.
Oh,
We
okay.
should do this for the Celsius podcast.
I would really like to.
If you had money, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's for ourselves.
yeah,
all
we
we
get
need
sponsored by
is-
Celsius.
Where's
A
all the money
We just need to get-
GoFundMe, and we
No,
got
we need
this.
we need to get sponsored by Celsius, and then
Yeah,
we can do
drink,
it.
yeah.
Celsius energy drinks. Please give us money.
And
Well-
then the last one I've seen all the way through was Race to Visit the Most U.S. States.
Is,
Cool.
Yeah.
is East Coast counted there?
East Coast is counted there. They also count Alaska,
What?
Hawaii, and Washington, D.C.
And you just want to go east to west, then.
What about American
Or
territory?
you
It's
want to
east has
go
the most.
northeast to down to southeast?
Yeah, but they only had
Yeah.
3 days.
Mm.
Or
Wow.
wait,
Yeah,
no,
but-
100 hours was what it was.
Do
Yeah,
planes
that's
count or
still-
no?
They again have
Do planes and trains count, or do you have to drive?
you weren't allowed to drive over borders.
Oh, okay.
You have
Fun.
to take public transit or fly. I
Wow.
don't know. There's a lot of stuff in it. It was
Like, so
very.
you're not allowed
it's
to
very
fly
interesting.
yourself. That sucks.
Wow. Very.
I mean, I
well, it
guess
sounds
you are.
interesting.
Yeah,
Very.
and so I have, I think, 2 more. Yeah, I have 2 more seasons of what they have. I have like, they turned New Zealand into a board game is one, and then capture the flag across.
Yeah, there was
So I have those 2 to look forward to.
well,
there was this one story that I read that was cool. It was called like Football 204999 or something. And it's like
999.
it's like in a future where like you can't die, so people just play a lot of football and they do football, but it's basically the entire state. So
Mhm.
it's like you have like 10,000 people on one team and like one person with the ball on the other team, and like they have like hide in cities. And I thought that was a cool idea.
Wow.
You could not
Yeah, back-
recreate it in real life, but it'd be funny.
No, I don't think you would be able
Also,
to.
like
Wait,
the person
A
holding the
future
ball,
when
like
I don't
jumps in-
die? That's my entire life. I will never die, Beck.
Wow. Okay. No,
Life
but like,
will never die.
but, like, you
We are
can-
my favorite guy.
but like the person holding the ball, like it jumped in a tornado and got launched like 20 miles, and used that as like a clever gambit.
I do
A
that every
gambit?
morning. I do that
Yeah.
every morning.
Yeah,
God, what
that's
a
a New
loser.
York
Aiden-
thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Aiden, talk about like something else you watch because
Yeah,
Beck is making me mad.
Avatar.
I didn't watch Avatar this week.
Fuck.
I've been busy
Fuck.
with moving stuff. But there was
What the fuck?
okay. So there's
Fuck!
something that came out this Thursday that I've been waiting a long time. Oh my god, he's taking his shirt off. What the fuck?
Wait, what? Let me see this. Oh fuck! But I
This is
thought
what
it
gets
was Beck.
Nicola to
Put that
alt
back on.
tab in.
No, I thought that was Beck. I thought you were talking about Beck. Put that
Murray,
away. Put that
your
away.
shirt back on.
Murray, put the
No.
shirt back
Please.
on.
Sun's out, guns out.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
I'm assuming you're talking about hit show One Piece live action.
You're
Kill
so
yourself
wrong.
now.
I'm actually talking about Fiona and Cake, the Adventure Time
Okay,
spin-off sequel.
before
know
you
that
get
one.
into this, I need to know how this show actually happened. Or how
what do you
it
mean
like
how it actually
like
happened?
the
What did you-
development journey and like how
What do you
long it took
mean
us
by
to
that?
get here.
Okay, so when was it announced?
Beck, come on. What is this? Hulu financial breakdown that Uri would give? Come on, Beck.
What I actually think this context is interesting.
Let me Google Wikipedia.com.
Beck, you needed to give this information prior to the episode.
What? No, I'm trying to get the information so the audience knows the context going into it.
August
Bomb,
17th,
Iran.
2021.
So 2 years ago, like
2 years ago.
a bit more than 2 years ago, they announced
Correct.
it.
And with no information until earlier this year about it. And it was really fucking good.
Okay,
Let's
I have a question.
go.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so this show, Fiona Cake, I don't know
Mhm.
Adventure Time. Is this a spin-off of characters from Adventure Time?
So, the characters of Fiona and Cake are fan fiction versions of the main character. Are fan
Okay.
fiction versions of Finn and Jake, written by the Ice King.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and-
Ice King's
Yeah.
kind of kinky for that.
So they're not real characters.
Oh. So it's like a show within a show?
It's a story within a show.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ice King's a little nasty for that. Not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
lie.
he is.
Is this created by the same creator?
Yeah, it's the same people. Yes,
Okay, good. And
it has same
so
voice actors and
who-
everything.
is it like how are they different or similar to the
So,
main?
so the Fiona and Cake world in the original Adventure Time is just gender swapped versions of everything.
Mhm.
That's the whole thing. But now in this new show, Fiona is living in the real world.
Oh.
She's like living in the real world. She's like 30. She has an apartment. She's really poor, and she hates her job.
This sounds like every reboot of like a Disney channel, like where they're just older and they have kids or something.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
No, but this is peak actually.
Really?
Also, they gave her last name is actually Finn's mom's last name
Oh.
instead of the dad's last name because it's gender swapped,
Wait,
which
how
I
did
thought
they?
was really
Oh, that's
How did
that's
these-
cool.
How did these
Mhm.
characters get to the real world exactly? If they're
It's like a
it-
different reality.
It's a different reality. This is just their world,
Oh, okay.
which is why it's confusing. So the
Okay.
first episode is called Fiona Campbell, and it's a Fiona living her life, and it's sucking. And we get introduced to character, and everyone's human in this world. It's like a normal like city world. Like Cake is just a regular ass cat. So
Oh.
Fiona's like having dreams about like going on adventures and stuff, and
I bet
She
she'd have a
gets fired.
great time doing that,
yeah,
having
she gets
adventures.
She gets fired, and things suck. She sees Gary, which is the universe version of Prince Bubblegum, and then there's also Marshall Lee. He's still voiced by Donald Glover. That's really exciting. We'll see if they end up being gay together in the show.
All right.
But basically, Marshall Lee tells Fionna, "Don't go to the vet because Cake is sick. You don't have any money. Go to this guy, LSP, who's supposed to be LSP Lumpy Space Prince."
Damn,
Yeah.
Ice
And
King
so-
might be a verified creator on Wattpad for this level of dedication, you know?
This isn't Ice King.
Oh, no?
No,
It's
Ice King doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
yeah. It's very confusing to wrap your head around, Uri. I would not try.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then,
Fionna
goes to,
is
like-
a person.
yeah. So then she goes to the woods where LSP supposedly is, and meets this person who is like growing weeds,
Weed?
not like marijuana,
Oh.
no, but like dandelions and like plants that are not good.
Ooh.
And then beautiful forest, and they're standing for Huntress Wizard. And as I was watching, sexual tension so high, and then they said their name was Hunter. I was like, oh, it's supposed to be Huntress. That makes a lot of sense.
Wait, is this show, is like Adventure Time, did that have any like sexual tension, like adult animated stuff, or no?
No, that was a children's TV show, but this one is an adult show. I'll get to that, but like they say like. They don't say like swears, but they'll say like God damn it and Jesus and suck my nuts and bust your balls and things like that.
Suck
and there's,
my
like,
nuts!
And there is actually like not mild amounts of blood, but like there is blood.
Wow.
Like whatever more than mild is what they have.
Spicy.
Okay, like,
Yeah.
can I cut off my hand in this universe and like show a bloody stump?
Look.
Well, okay, that's not a very good example because Finn's arm gets ripped off multiple times.
Yeah, I was about to say like that happens in the regular show.
Yeah, that happens. No, that's a different show, Beck. That one has
Shut
more
the
to
fuck
say.
up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're a little bitch. You're a bitch.
You made
You're
the
a bitch.
same joke earlier.
Flip
Yeah, I
it!
know, but I made the joke. You just stole my joke.
No, it was a different joke, but it was the same joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fionna runs away and jumps into like an ice cream cart and then disappears. And also the ice cream cart is glowing blue. And that's the end of the first episode. It's like, what the hell? Where'd Kate go?
It's magical.
Magical.
And then the second
maybe.
episode is
Then-
called Cake?
No, the second episode is called Simon Petrikov.
Oh.
And it follows Simon Petrikov. He is now living in like a human zoo about a 20th century man for all the humans now in Ooh. They have their own human city. And he's living there and he's watching Cheers and his life fucking sucks because he lived so much of it like 1,000 years as the Ice King. But now he's just this regular old guy in this magical world. And his life sucks and he keeps having mental breakdowns and he misses his girlfriend and his life sucks. And
This
people keep
show just sounds depressing.
Yeah, it's really depressing. So anyways, this girl is like, hey, why did you stop writing Fionna and Cake? He's like, I didn't fucking write Fionna and Cake. That was a different guy. That was the
Bitch.
Ice King. I'm not the Ice King.
Mhm.
And so it's just kind of bringing up his like repressed stuff.
Is he the
this
Ice King?
He was the Ice King, not anymore.
Oh.
Ice King's not a thing anymore.
Ice King's kind of base, though.
He is kind of base, but also now he's just a guy.
She's now 13. Oh, I'm out of here.
So true. Such a base moment on his part.
Yeah, it's
But-
really telling me about the creation of characters and how they take a life of their own, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So he goes to the bar and Dirtbeard guy is like, hey, why'd you stop writing Fionna and Cake? He's like, I fucking hate you guys. And then
Mhm.
Finn shows up and he's
I'm
a total
leaving.
dilf now. And Finn is like, yo, I used to bust your balls all the time about the stories. And then I popped off because Finn looks so awesome.
Let me look him up.
Here, I have an image.
I've
of
seen
dilf
him.
Finn.
He's like what, 30
Bring
now
up the
or
general.
what?
I have no idea.
Damn!
But he looks awesome. And
Damn! He has a tattoo of the
of
dog
Jake, yeah.
on his chest.
Yeah, and then he says, yeah, Jake loved those stories too, like in past tense. And I was
Oh,
like,
damn. Jake's dead.
yeah.
I
so
guess he
Jake
was a
is
dog.
dead in
Kind
the
of makes
universe.
sense.
What?
That's true.
Beck
Jake
just
was
got
the dog.
spoiled.
Bro, that's crazy.
Beck, don't worry. Jake died like 8 times in the main show.
That sounds normal.
Now he's really dead.
No, but he's a
No.
because he
Did
died
he
of
at
old
least
age.
turn into a
Donkey.
grave for his as his corpse?
Well, we haven't seen his corpse. We don't know what happened.
He should have like
Okay.
turned into a coffin. That'd have been hype.
Should have turned into a house.
Yeah.
So it turned into a
Some
house,
people
and
call the coffin a
that's where he
house
lives
of the
in now.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beck's favorite episode, the one where they turn into a house.
It
That's
bro,
really
it
low.
gets me every time.
Anyway,
I
Finn,
get those
Finn
goosebumps every
It's
time.
like the end
Finn
of
ta-
Owl House or turning into a house.
So true. Anyway, Finn takes Simon off on a quest to go like make him feel less bad because as we all know,
Damn.
Finn was the character who didn't repress his trauma and he was the one character who didn't have a vault in his mind that he put all of the shit that made him freak out.
Really,
was
really
definitely
an
not him.
anti kind of
That's why
Steven
he was
Universe,
based.
you know? An anti Steven Universe.
Not
'Cause
really.
Steven, I don't know. Wasn't
guess.
Steven like mad or something in the
Oh
new
yeah,
show?
I mean like Finn deals with it, but like he's really bad at handling emotions.
Ah,
So him taking Simon out to go handle his emotions, you know it's not gonna bode well.
Yeah.
So then they do their own little quirky thing in the forest, and Finn says that mentions Huntress Wizard like 2 times, so that means they are still together after the end of the show, which is good. Good to see my boy Finn being happy
That's good
in
to
a
hear.
relationship.
damn. Is she thick?
No.
Oh.
Fiona is. So
Really?
it's crazy. Yeah.
Really?
I'll send you some material afterwards.
Cool,
Anyways.
cool.
Some
Anyways.
material. Wait. Just say that one.
Okay,
What?
they go on their adventure.
Oh.
Simon's arm gets like cut and bleeds and stuff, and
Cool.
Simon goes home and he realizes he's like, screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead with this summoning process to summon the Agent of Chaos, who is also my girlfriend.
That's not good.
What I talk
Oh,
about
that's
in the
awesome,
second.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he has this evil Choose Goose, which is just a totally made up character, which is really funny to me. Have
You're
this
just
evil
schizophrenic.
No. And so he tries to summon the thing, but the Choose Goose guy that he's channeling the magic from is like, it won't work, you jerk. And then he gets mad, and then Kate comes out of the back of his head in a magical portal
Oh wow.
as like a regular cat still, like from the previous episode. After
So
she
not
jumped
a
into the ice-
talking cat, just like a normal one.
No, it's still a normal cat, but now she's an ooh for some reason.
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Lot.
Long.
So, Beck, I have a
long
question for you,
line.
Beck.
Yeah.
Seeing this magical Fionna and cake, does this inspire you to finish Adventure Time?
Yeah. I mean, anytime like someone talks about it, I'm like, yeah, I should watch this show. And I'm like, okay, it'll be good. And then I get to an episode and it's like, yo, guys, it's a robot. Robot throw the pie.
Yo,
Bro.
putting on Nectar to the max.
And then I'm like, oh, bro, am I really going to watch this? And
Once I move close to you, I will sit down with you and watch it with you.
Okay.
That way you can get through it.
You guys are gonna become best buddies so hard.
It's so true. Anyway,
What?
I give this series a 10 out of 10 after watching 2 episodes.
Great. That is all you need. That is
That's
all
all
you
you need.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. So far the 2 episodes have been named after characters. So right now I'm going to place my bets on who those characters are going to be, the names of the episodes. So there's going to be a Cake the Cat episode, I think. I'm pretty confident in that.
Maybe
I think
episode
there's-
3.
Yeah, I think there's going to be another Fionna one.
Like, they also named after Fionna?
Well, I think there's going to be a second one.
Fionna 2.
I think it's going to be called Fionna the Human. So,
Oh, okay.
I think there's going to be an Ice King episode, even though he doesn't exist. I think there's
Oh, you guys just
probably going
disappeared
to
for
be
half a
one
minute.
about one of the human characters, so like Gary or Marshall Lee.
So it's
Okay.
not it's Gary instead of Prince Gumball.
Yeah.
So they're not a prince of anything.
No, because they're in the real world.
Okay, I thought they're. I don't know. Maybe like they're the prince
No.
of like some fortune.
No.
Beck, you're a prince.
And then I think there's gonna be a Finn episode. I think.
Oh, Finn, really?
I think there's gonna be a Finn episode. I think there's gonna be an episode about Turismo. They're leaning heavily into Turismo, and at the end of the episode, they actually show Turismo's TV remote get another button on it. So I think there's gonna be an episode about Turismo. Maybe Turismo's the next episode.
That would be hype.
You know what we're going to name this episode? We're going to name this episode Beck Lions.
We are not gonna.
And then I think there's gonna be a Betty episode also, maybe. And then
How many episodes
I
does
don't
this season have?
there's gonna be 10 episodes in total, so 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, is this a one
Yeah.
season or like a multi-season?
I think it's just the one season.
Okay, yeah, don't go not too much. Yeah, a
Yeah.
little exploration back into the characters, like a real future type of.
I mean,
I mean, well, we know what the future looks like. It looks desolate and awful
yeah.
mm,
because
Well-
they show like 1,000 years into the future multiple times.
Well, I'm excited for you to
Like
watch
with-
this show and give us a review.
I can't wait to give us a review every week.
yep. It's gonna be like 8 10s in a row.
Yep, so true.
10. What would be a bad episode of this show?
I don't know. I guess because they're story focused, right?
Yeah.
Which is what I like.
Rather
Becky,
than
you should just skip to this.
Yeah, I should.
I want to suggest you just skip season 1 and 2, but there's a lot. This show does
Yeah.
something which I find interesting, where they'll make a one-off joke about something or a one-off character, and then that'll come back and be really important.
Yeah.
So there's an episode in like season 5 where Finn and Jake are getting their asses rocked after like pretending to be James Baxter the horse, not the animator, and
Can't do that.
Oh yeah.
and Jake is like, Finn, if we ever die and we get lost in the dead world, I'm gonna do this.
And they call back to that.
And they call back to it in the like second and like in Distant Lands in like the reboot sequel show also, which is like insane that they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is pretty insane.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I think Aiden, give the review, the rec.
Recommendation.
I think you should watch.
Alvin the Chipmunks.
your mic's
No.
cutting out, Aiden.
I'm not saying anything. I'm trying to think of something you should watch.
Okay.
Watch Alvin the Chipmunks.
I think you should watch Princess and the Frog. I think that's a very good
Oh
movie.
yeah.
It has very
They
good
got
music,
King
and
David in there.
they do have him. And it's because it's 2D animated. It was one of their first.
It was their last
Like
one,
Richard
I've heard.
No, their last one is Winnie the Pooh, or technically it's Bob's Burgers.
What?
Technically, it's the Bob Burger movie
Is Bob? Oh,
because it's
Okay.
owned by Fox. Oh, yeah,
well then
Okay.
technically it might not be the last one.
Yeah, but
Bob's
before
Burgers
that, it was
2,
Winnie the Pooh
the
that came out in
Bobbing.
2011.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
Princess and the Frog is the recommendation. Remember,
recommendation.
always use Celsius. We will
Thanks,
see you
Celsius
next
energy
week.
drinks, please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. We need money.
Opera GX, please sponsor us.
They honestly would.
Don't worry. I got so many loyal Twitter followers. I'm
Don't
insane.
worry, guys. Beck will be coming out with news videos soon. You'll see.
Oh, yeah.
One
things at
every
Palo
4
Alto.
weeks
Yeah.
that people probably will not care about.
Yeah.
Great.
Guys, you're going to get an update to the
Celsius.
storming of September 9th. So Beck's
Hopefully, I
probably
can
going
make
to
a
give us.
director's cut.
So next episode, Beck will probably give us a
Celsius.
review of how
Celsius.
the video
Celsius.
came out.
Celsius.
Can't wait.
Celsius.
Can't wait.
Celsius.
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 So
Celsius.
true. So
All you
Celsius.
Celsius, and they're going to say you.
Celsius.
So